Now over the years, football has infiltrated and influenced worldwide fashion. And as you can see, I am well versed in this topic. Brands like Dior have collaborated with Kylian Mbappe, Balenciaga coming out with their own replica kits, and obviously the infamous Jordan and PSG sponsor. And let me not get started on this. It's all nonsense. Why am I going to buy a Balenciaga replica kit when I can just get an actual normal kit from a real team for like 1/5 of the price? But today I'm not talking about any of this nonsense, Balenciaga football kits. No, I'm talking about real football, because without any of these stupid brands and collaborations, fashion has still been a big part of football. Let's think of PES or FIFA, player customization. When you're in the menus and you go right to the end and you start customizing the wristbands. This is the type of fashion that we need to talk about within football, because players have been putting their own spins on how they present themselves in games for many years now.
What? You ain't seen real VVS?
Now, dyeing hair has always been a way that players have expressed themselves on the pitch. Being able to customize, whatever they look like, whatever their kit looks like, just by changing the color of their hair. And there's one guy that really pioneered this for me. He made his career known with statement pieces that was stuck to his head, and his name was Jib Rules. The former vibrant Liverpool forward had some of the craziest trims I had ever seen in my life. He had a bleach buzz cut, a mohawk, a Mohican, braids at one point. Obviously his career was shrouded by injury, but he was a talented player, and it was justified that he could pull off some of these haircuts because he was a real baller. And recent players also have been dyeing their hair too, and having a great and not so great impact on their football career. Look at Saka when he randomly had highlights and played like doo-doo for 4 weeks straight.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
I look at the prime example of all, Paul Pogba. Pogba received backlash by, of course, Gary Neville and Man United fans for dyeing his hair 2 weeks before a Manchester derby. Now, back in April 2018, he dyed his hair blue during an international break because obviously Paul Pogba plays for France. But he completely forgot that when he came back, he would be facing Manchester City, who also play in blue. Now, this was obviously a conflict of interest, but despite all the criticism, in the game, Man United actually won 3-2 and Pogba scored 2 goals. Maybe the dyed hair was good. Man City needed to win that game to actually be crowned as Premier League champions. But Man United said, nah, you can celebrate somewhere else. Pogba scored 2 that game and actually played really well. So let the guy dye his hair blue. Now, Snoods were also a massive statement when ballers like Carlos Tevez, Samir Nasri and Yaya Toure started wearing them. A warmer for players' neck area, this was a perfect balance for players that were just getting adjusted to the English weather. They just put one of these on their neck and they were swift, smooth and ready for the game. But as quickly as they appeared on pitches, they were also swiftly taken off and banned, as they were seen as dangerous. Players could probably, tug your snood and almost choke you out mid-game, according to FIFA president Sepp Blatter. And now you're probably used to seeing them in, your club's training videos in the winter months, where some of them wear it half up, their face. But man, oh man, it did look cool back in the day when players were just wearing snoods and scoring bangers. Now, low socks are also a statement piece. If your socks are low, then we know that you got some skills on show. Yeah, I just came with that off the top of the head. That's crazy as well. Boss right there. Wearing low socks before a game is just like asking the opposition to just Brexit tackle you into next week Tuesday. You have no protection whatsoever. The whole shin is showing, and sometimes these players don't even wear shin pads, but it's all for the aesthetic of low socks, being free, one with the grass. And as an onlooker, if I see someone with low socks, it just tells me that they are ready to just tangle up an entire team. But only silky players can rock their socks low. If Eddie Nketiah ever tried to pull his socks down, I would personally come onto the pitch and pull them up for him because he is not that guy. You know, sometimes when I play 5-a-side, I like to put the socks low. But when it's 11-a-side and when I used to play, bro, them socks were up to thigh high because I was not trying to get any studs in them legs and I was not as flary on that muddy grass as, you know, I am now.
In Skens we trust, yes, big black rusty ones.
The long sleeves with gloves. Before I even say anything, when I say long sleeves with gloves, who do you think of? Now there's only one guy, an invincible man that you should be thinking of, and his name is Thierry Henry, aka the GOAT, you know, one of the GOATs. Now this is where the drip just becomes immaculate. You know, there was nothing better than seeing Thierry Henry long sleeves with the gloves on, because you knew that the team that they were coming up against, that Arsenal and Thierry Henry were coming up against, was going to get abused. You know, defenders were preparing after seeing Henry warm up, you know, rub his hands together with the gloves. They were preparing for 90 minutes of abuse, you know, genuinely. Sadness. It was sad for them. But what other bits of fashion in football have I missed? You know, are there any players that did something crazy on the pitch that I've completely missed out? And maybe there's room for a part 2. Let me know, because I haven't even dabbled in football boots or anything like that. So let me know, you know, what we saying, what we giving this outfit out of 10? I would say a solid 18. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and of course, stay safe, stay blessed, and peace.